Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat, and not first and for make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw one stone, and then oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad.
Good night, good night, good night, good night. Welcome. Sorry me late. Good night, good night. So we now go keep on up. We just go get to the little argument what we come here about. Yes, they have done it. They have come together, and the two of them were saying they don't know one another. They don't have nothing to do with one another. Them come together and them sue Dr. Dawes. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, the viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sorry about the lateness. But yes, the lawsuit has finally come. Will that do anything to silence what the public wants to know? The price of the drill? No matter how much Andrew Holness and Christopher Tufton and all of them, Vegas and all of them make it want to look like, say, oh, we didn't just purchase the drill. We purchased 1,002, Kathy, thank you. We also purchased 1,002 items, as well as the drill. So when you don't hear Dr. Dawes come out and attack, on a drill alone, we pay for. But if you're buying a drill set, what other pieces of equipment, parts, extensions that you would need to make a drill set works. Or you know, go a bric-a-brac shop, go buy a piece of this and piece of that and expect to push it together. If it is then that the 32 million are not just the drill, why don't you provide us itemization? Hmm? Provide us itemization. How much was it for the drill? Hmm? How much was it for all those different type of little piece of equipment where Michelle Stern, boo boo, who, hmm? Michelle Stern, stop drinking current crosses, piss. A drill set is a drill set, Michelle Stern. You claim you're educated and you claim you're a good researcher. How is it, Michelle Stern, Jamaica 411? How is it that you, such a bright woman, are run round with a lumpty story? Oh, Dr. Dawes is lying. It's not just the Jill. They have to buy. Oh, Lord. Michelle Stern, get off the piss, darling. Hmm? Get off the piss. Too much of current steel piss, no good for you now. It's not hard, Michelle. Just type in EM 800 and you'll see tantamount of drill sets come up. Drill set. Hmm? Set, S-E-T. Holy power put together. But you don't know what Michelle Cross. You don't know what Michelle Cross is and Karen Sternum. I go do it, you know. Don't even mind poor Sunny Days she because she junk on her. Is it hatred or obsessiveness, my dear? Hmm? Is it hatred or obsessiveness? But she is drunk on something that concerns powerful men or men who, in the PNP, who sought power. Now, we also have a problem with Mark Golden, Peter Bunting, and Dayton Campbell. I mean, can't Uno and Lisa Hannah let it go and walk away now? Hmm? If Lisa Hannah was a true politician, you know, Lisa Hannah had a lot, an awful lot more she could have offered to public services within the People's National Party. But somewhere in the Bible it is said, after becoming a beauty pageant, you must become a prime minister for a country. And Lisa Hannah and those around her thought because I am so pretty, I have been treated out of all of this. Yes, I know you're all cats wailing in the night. Doesn't mean, though, the country, because of your hatred of Mark Golden, Dayton Campbell, and Peter Bunting, and those who serve amongst them within the People's National Party. You all call your, and this is the irritating part for me, when you call on yourself Michael Manley PNP, Norman Washington Manley PNP. Hmm? You mean Norman Manley PNP and Michael Manley PNP? You think Andrew would really get the chance to be ripping off NHT if Uno had the true Michael Manley and Normal Manley PNP. I mean, don't stand up for a guardrail where Michael Manley Bill where Andrew Holness busy going around the country tearing down. But no, because of this is, and they call themselves patriotic Jamaicans, make it even more stiffer. Because Uno hate Mark Bolden, Peter Bunting, and Dayton Campbell, and nobody else had a problem with them, barring Uno. The country must share in our heartache. Hmm? The country must share in a heartache. And because the country not sharing on a heartache, anybody see the PNP worthy of support, then Karen Cross, Michelle Stern, and Sunny Days think they have to go and sit right on top of their head. You know, to Uno, to the Prime Minister, and to those Lornas and Patsies who like to, oh, I'm going to sue you. We have freedom of several things, though they be balanced against other things. But amongst the fundamental freedoms we enjoy, given we've been told that we live in a democracy, we enjoy freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom of the press. You ought to understand that those are rights that all of us enjoy. What those rights also does, it allows us to question and call out those in position and places of power. Meaning, say, 32 million Jamaican dollars would have just been washed down the stream without the people of Jamaica being told what it is washed down the stream for, how and why, and what we get or not get from it washing down the stream. Now, because Dr. Dawes is questioning how public money is being spent, oh, everybody's getting a bit tizzy. We're going to sue you. You're malicious. You're a propagandist. But the government cannot provide any counter evidence that Dr. Dawes is lying. All everybody has said, I'm going to sue you. Donovan Williams. Oh, but then again, me you go last school, I don't know if me learn the same thing. You know the truth. Truth, Donovan Williams. It's an absolute defense in a defamation lawsuit, isn't it? On the company record, your name had the thing. If it is that your name had the thing at company's house, regardless if that's the actual fact or not, or you're shielding somebody, that's not our business. What our business is, Donovan Williams, is what is on public record. What is on public record? It's not our duty to go around and make sure that the trained crook of a lawyer, Donovan Williams, the failed politician, the cousin of the prime minister, brother of the mayor, the former mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, who have bored several holes in the public purse. It's not our job to fix your incompetency, something that runs deep in the Jamaica Labour Party, isn't it? It's not our job to fix your competency. The truth, though, the evidence at Company's House, regardless of you or anybody else, you holds the majority share in the company. You say enough for you, you hold it for somebody. When was it, attorney at law? When was it that you are going to comply with the law and make clear to the register that I am protecting another thief? I am protecting a criminal closely aligned to the government. You should have done that, you know. So when the search of Company House is done, then it would ensure say you is a trustee for X, Y, Z. But now you run out. I'm a trustee. Doesn't mean because you're a trustee, Mr. Dunce, you have now told the truth, and because you have now told the truth, Dr. Dawes have defamed you. Is that how you're understanding it? No. Defamation usually shut a lot of people up. It no longer serves as such. A lot of people are very deaf ears to defamation. You notice Dr. Dawes keep telling you all, welcome, he welcomes a challenge in the court because it's you, Donovan Williams, and whoever you don't want to tell us that the medical device place belong to. You will have to prove all of those in court in order to convince a judge that you have been defamed. You know, sir, when you go in for defamation, when you probably open up the thing a little bit more, because when you come into the court, you know, you understand what the word adversarial means, isn't it? Mr. Attorney, you would understand that adversarial mean batter and ball. We're battling to win. So Dr. Dawes is not going, and his legal team is not going to just stand up there and have a good going over from Donovan Williams and a place where I hide for whoever and for whoever. It will be a battle for the truth. Something, if the government has on their side, would have been waved in Dr. Dawes' face and said, Labamouth Liard, say the truth there. We can present it to you. In a case like this, where Dr. Dawes didn't go out there and accuse you all, Dr. Dawes present us some information. Dr. Dawes asks questions. And Dr. Dawes, based on the evidence presented, is of the view, like most or many of us, that taunt amount of corruption and theft is going on at the Ministry of Health. all across government, one could argue. But we're zooming in to the Ministry of Health at the moment. We're zooming in to the Ministry of Health. I hope for the purpose of the lawsuit, Hurricane Beryl, rat, cockroach, and all them something there don't pick up and move off with any of the receipts and invites like them did down a local government when them can't tell who owe money there. A lawsuit against Dr. Dawes does not mean that we don't want to know the truth, does not mean that we're going to stop until the truth comes out, because there is a truth. And we know that the Jamaica Labour Party is not being honest with us. We cannot tell or cannot remember the last time that this Prime Minister and this party has ever been honest with us. Them ball out transparency as often as them can. When has there been a big issue or a major scandal in this government that Andrew Holness addresses the nation? Other than when the Prime Minister wants to call us bad mind, or when the Prime Minister wants to call us stray dogs, Prime Minister. This Prime Minister doesn't speak to the nation unless he wants to insult us, unless he wants to tell us that we are PNP and we are bad man and we are stray dog and we are good for nothing and everything, except for addressing us as Jamaicans who choose him to lead. We don't get that from Andrew Holness. What we're getting from Andrew Holness is sue you, overturn you, rewrite you like Marlene Malahoo Ford. Because you see, we didn't know that one, it wouldn't work in our favor, or two, that these people who we appoint now go play the game of corruption well for us. So if them now play the game of corruption well, we're going to brand everybody as PMP. We're going to make everybody look like liars. We're going to make everybody look like they're targeting Andrew Holness. Me, poor me, them tell lie about me. All they can do is talk about me. Poor me, poor me. And that's what the entire country has turned out into. Poor the Prime Minister. Everybody is after the Prime Minister. If everybody after him, oh, thanks, Cathy. If everybody after the Prime Minister, what I would do is stop, put my hand on my jaw, and wonder, say, good God Almighty, we couldn't do so. Make everybody just after him, so. No, we don't like the Prime Minister. We don't like good. We don't like progress. Ask yourself, where is the progress under Andrew Holness? Oh God, somebody sent a video, come give me today. I think it was from my cousin, you know. Somebody sent a video, come give me, that I forget to put in studio. Andrew Holness at it again. But what the Prime Minister still is unable to do is to tell us what it is, Prime Minister? Tell us what it is that you have done to deserve a third term in our country. What have you done? Because this is what I'm confused. This is what I'm confused by with Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party. What it is, why it is that we should re-elect Andrew Holness. We are willing to listen, but you cannot just tell us, am I the best leader since independence? Alice is the first person get in trouble for crab shit since independence that I can think of with the law. Doesn't mean that it was a good thing. The best, the most successful can be quantified. Somebody please teach JLP to break down and quantify things so dunce, unaware, unresearched people can be aware of what they're talking about. So if it is the best PM, then you should be able to quantify to us, how is he the best? What has he done that lead you to the conclusion that he's the best? Tell us about some of the policy implementation, the social engineering of the Prime Minister that lifts poor people out of poverty. I mean, he has addressed or running water that PNP and JLP failed for years. He has fixed our roads, which PNP and JLP fail for years. What it is? What what is it that the Prime Minister has put in place that lead you to the conclusion that, why, better Andrew not there for Jamaica? How much of you have gotten rich under the Andrew Holness 9 years? Hands up. How much of you can say, I have been moved up the ladder under this Prime Minister? Under this Prime Minister, how much of us have moved up the ladder? Simone Unique says she has moved up the ladder under this Prime Minister. One person, though, is not enough, Simone, compared to the 3 million of us. You alone is not enough compared to the tantamount of us who the Prime Minister promised. Because when the Prime Minister told us about prosperity, you see, Simone, he was talking about all of us in poverty, or most of us in poverty. And so far, Simone, only you can hold your hand up and say, I have been upward mobilized under this Prime Minister. Good economic management. Are you in the business sector, Simone? Or you just get rich so because life are going good with you? Or because this government is the Prime Minister, Lord God, somebody if you not listen to me. Somebody send it to me, man, and Andrew talk about fuckery. All right. Because, Jamaica is divided into two economy now. The national economy and the local economy. Yes, that's normal. I think this is it. What? Judgment. Judgment. May I go play it while screen recorded? Because I want to bring you into the studio so you can watch the Prime Minister's body language. I mean, this Prime Minister could serve bullshit as a 3-course meal. Literally, could serve up bullshit as a 3-course meal. Hold on there. Murder to blood clot. People, murder. He actually used the word prosperity. He actually used the word prosperity. Prosperity. Whatever talk, but who said prosperity? The Prime Minister said it is refutable, undeniable, and everything. When we get you in a studio, I'm going to play you and stop you and react to certain things that you have said. Oh, yes, I have to. You spoke a lot of bullshit just now. I mean, you can't even use toilet paper with the level of bullshit that you spew, Prime Minister. You'd have to hose down your bullshit. Is there anything that you just said just now, Prime Minister? Something for us to. Somebody said they're not hearing. Renice Nicholson not hearing. Somebody wasn't hearing as clearly. What happened? Let me see. My audio is fixed in the right places. Can you all hear me properly? YouTube, can you all hear me properly? Because it's telling me on my side that everything is okay. Right, so you all can hear me. No, if it's the video, I'll get it into the studio for you because I was playing it from my phone while screen recording it. So I'm going to get it into the studio for you because I want to respond to some of the high level bullshit that the Prime Minister spoke. Because it's the second time on the eve of an election, the Prime Minister is telling us such. The Prime Minister is telling us that don't worry. Come on, you lot, faint hearted. Don't worry. I am going to fix it for you. Thank you, Kathy. It's just because I was busy fixing the big thing why I've missed the little. Prime Minister. Prime Minister. Building something, Prime Minister. Oh, have mercy, dear God. You see, Prime Minister, when you're tearing down, you tear down from top to bottom. When you are building, Prime Minister and your wholeness, you build from bottom up. But before we get to you, that young man, you get a message for you. Because him need help to spread the message, then we have a duty to do the news carrying, Prime Minister. Everybody I watch you. Everybody I see you. No matter how you draw the blanket over your head, Prime Minister, and claim to say the dopey can't come on the sheet, everybody I see you. Everybody I talk. Boy, Prime Minister. Have you ever seen a Prime Minister where in a Jamaica where everybody go up against so negative the Prime Minister? That alone shouldn't wake you up if you know say. Stop tell the lie now and be honest with them for once because this is why them hate you so. Because you tell them too much willful lie.
Hey, Mr. Andrew Unless, good morning. How you doing? You know, so if you tell you honest truth though, the people in some if you tell us if you call election. The people in need if you call election. You understand what I say? Because some people sitting out there say you can't lose and you not lose. Who want to prove them wrong, you know? Me say we have a piece of plan for you. You see that 10-point plan the way you tell we say you did have for we. Me never know a 10-point plan of it disrespect Africa, for America, and for sell out we country to China. I never know that was a 10-point plan they have. No for young people that never vote for you if you know a 10-point can, not a plan. You understand? Call election for me there, sir. Sir, me I beg you call election, but me prove you and your people them wrong. Say you can't win back the election here. Andrew, you can't go back up there, sir. You done come down already. That's why you're afraid for call election. You're afraid. Election, afraid. Get up. 6 o'clock. Call election.
A new name for the Prime Minister. Election Fredy. New name for the Prime Minister. Election Fredy. Only the Gleaner is asking the question if the PNP Freda unto wholeness. And I'm asking the Gleaner tonight, Freda and finger, but not afraid of winning him at the ballot. We're afraid of his finger continuing at the helm of this country. We certainly are not afraid of one who has no honesty or integrity. What Gleaner is there to be afraid of? But then again, backside, people normally afraid of thief, don't? Prime Minister. People normally afraid of thief. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. People normally afraid of thief. And given said, this Prime Minister can't keep him hands out of the pocket, out of the purse, out of the cookie jar. Then, I mean, the PNP would have afraid of Andrew because by the time the PNP get their hands on the country coffers, I mean, not even red shilling now go in there because Andrew pluck everything meaningful out of it. So if there's a fear of the People's National Party for Andrew Gleaner, are the thief in their fear? I mean, you see, when we can't deal with a lie, because we can't counter him with a lie, we have no control over. Under the corrupt regime of our country, we have no control over the Prime Minister's finger. But I want to respond to Andrew Holness. Because Prime Minister, last year, February, you tell we, okay, we fix the big economy and we'll go focus on you now. And you come back with the same motherfucker again a year plus on. We have fixed the big economy and we're going to look at it. Prime Minister, up. You're the only person who build top down and your oldness. I make everything in your administration half finished. Drunk crow. As Blam them would have it. Dog shit. The reason why everything in your government hickle to pickle upside down and half finished, you do not know the art of building. You build from top down, Prime Minister. How can you build a stable building, Prime Minister? Building the roof and then picking up the column under it and backs it around. Prime Minister, you're not think you're a fool. Talk truth. If every day you come out and tell we say, make we build the rooftop first, make we build the rooftop, and then we can build the plinth them to put the rooftop on. Jackass. Building is bottom up, not top down. You only mash up things, Prime Minister, and this is what the Lord Labour right. I wonder if I have nothing to fling out town tonight. Labour right. Building is bottom up. For one Prime Minister, create history by building from top down. Top down is destruction. If you don't understand demolition, Jesus Christ, can I fling a slippers after these dunce? Demolition. Construction. We're not talking about infrastructure or whatever the word is at the moment. Building, demolition, they take two different routes. If you are building, you have to start from bottom up. When you're demolishing, you cannot demolish from bottom up. You demolish from top down. Jackasses. Scoy. Bottom up, top down. You're all Prime Minister, though. You're all Prime Minister. Learn it differently. Your Prime Minister, Bill, top down. Half finish everything, tie ribbon pan every unfinished thing. Because Prime Minister, it hard to set the foundation after you build the roof. You know. I want to hold the roof up till you build the foundation and the flip them. You see how you're confused, Prime Minister? You see how you run the country confused? That you want us to believe to say, you can build the roof first, and then build the foundation, get the foundation under the roof. Prime Minister, it's a terrible mathematics. Let's listen to bullshit. I mean, the Prime Minister can serve it up 3 course.
The national economy. The Jamaica Labour Party.
All right. When you wield your hand and twirl and wave and tell us the national economy, Prime Minister, the national economy can also describe the entire country. The national economy, Prime Minister, can describe the entire country. National. All of it. Eh? Oink, oink, said the pig. We have built the national economy. I mean, you know, while building the national economy, it could represent the whole thing. But if it's too big and overgrown and full, you know, you concerned with the big things. And you say, we could fix the big things first, and then the little things will just fall. Prime Minister, I don't understand for your dunceness, you know. I mean, your level of dunceness surpass Bamba Man Kaki them dunceness. God know. Because you seem to can't, but then again, you walk and sell batties. The first Prime Minister we know to walk and sell batties. So of course you will do things in a reverse. We've never had a government who openly sell batty before, Prime Minister, isn't it? We've never had a government openly putting the nation on a plate and say, choose. Under this government, we're on an auction block. Is it not? Anyway, talk out of your dainty mouth, Prime Minister.
Has fixed the national economy. The national economy. Listen to me carefully now. We have reduced debt. We have brought inflation under control.
I'm not going to speak about the reduced debt part of it. Inflation has been brought under control. I mean, you are telling hungry Jamaica, hungry labor rights believe you. But you're also telling that to hungry Jamaicans, isn't it? You mean hungry Jamaicans who chicken back, Prime Minister, under your government has become Sunday dinner again. Fish tail, Prime Minister, has become a new phenomenon amongst us. Because we can't name the whole fish under your government. Counter, Prime Minister, inflation. Because it is true that you have raised the minimum wage. One will not deny you of that. But, Prime Minister, inflation have outspent all of that. Because under the $650 minimum, $6,500 minimum wage, Jamaicans could buy chicken. They could cook chicken and rice and peas on a Sunday, Prime Minister, under your government. We barely can afford chicken back on a Sunday. We'd have to cut our eyes past it during the week. God bless Aki we grow up tree under your government and your wholeness. God bless Aki we grow up tree. God bless who live next to a sumana, to the beach, if we do have access to it. We can't buy fish again, Prime Minister. Fish and lobster out of we reach now. Them something that we have to smell it when it a cook for the high and mighty and swallow with pickle and move on, Prime Minister. Because under your government, under your fixing the big economy government, and continue to tell us that you have ignored us all this time, but you will get around to us. Hey, this grace never stop here.
We have put resilience, we have built resilience into the economy, meaning that if you get a storm, you recover in less than a year. Normally, it takes you all 4 or 5 years to recover.
All right, the resilient part. If Prime Minister, the resilient part goes off it true, then you wouldn't have every minute we talk about the economy. You blame we say the storm just come because you tell we say because of the resilient you put in the economy bounce back quick and is doing well. I mean, why is the economy afraid of local people and poor people, Prime Minister? That your economy can do so well for the macro economy, the national economy, but never for the micro or the local economy, Prime Minister. When are you going to get round to us, Andrew Holness? Admittedly, you told us last year, February, the reason why we haven't got around to you is because we were fixing the big economy, you overgrown fool. You're coming back this year again to tell us fresh shit past stale shit. Because it's pretty much what we get from you. I mean, you go there. So, last week and you shit a pile of shit. Sun come dry, rain come wet, and you go back. Yesterday, go shit pan the same dry shit, Prime Minister. It's basically how you run our country. When are you going to get round to us, though, is the question.
We are running the economy so that we don't have to rely on taxes, more taxes from you. You don't have to worry about taxes. No new taxes. In fact,
no, the simple response to that is a lie, no go so. A lie, no go so. Move on.
We are giving back people taxes. It is the first that any government has ever given back taxes.
Die, da, die, die, da, die, die, da, die, die. Da, 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 da. Who is suffering in the land under Andrew Holness? You see, tax break, tax reverse, income tax rebate, as we would call it in the United Kingdom. Or in the Americas, they would call it, or tax return. Should I go loose on this bugger tonight? No, Prime Minister. Jamaica does not give tax return or tax give back. It is a lie. It is a lie, a lie, a lie. Now, if you have conjured up a policy, Prime Minister, to buy vote from a sector of the people, that we understand. We do understand that part. But a tax give back, Prime Minister, under a country's tax regime, it's not a I want to buy a few vote thing. It is an annual thing, Prime Minister, set in law. Right. Let me try to explain it to you from when I was in employment, Prime Minister. My tax threshold is $12,575. The British state, Prime Minister, cannot start taxing me until I work over that amount. However, after that period has passed and I'm starting to pay my 20% of my income tax, then at the end of the financial year, if my employer have deducted too much taxes from me and pay over to the government, it's not even like in the Americas here, where we would have to fill up or tax this and that to get a tax return. Our HMRC here, similar to your IRS or your inland revenue in Jamaica, does the calculations, and whatever we overpay in tax, a check is sent to our home address, or if we have an online account with the HMRC, it is sent into our HMRC account that you are entitled to tax return of X, Y, Z. That is a yearly entitlement, Prime Minister, not a one-off entitlement. Not because they want to buy our votes, Prime Minister. It's an annual entitlement. Now, the American system is a bit different, I believe. You would have to file your tax return, meaning you would have to submit some form of assessment for them to do. Not quite queued up on the American system, but that's how I believe it operates. So, to clarify your misunderstanding of what a tax return is, Prime Minister, it is not a one-off vote buying, coercing the poor to give you power. That's not what it is about. It's an annual thing that whichever government is in power, we have that privilege on an annual basis. So don't talk it so. You have done no tax return for the people of Jamaica, because tax return, Prime Minister, is a broad net. Your tax return, Prime Minister, was limited to a few people, thereby because you couldn't get to stretch it out that broad enough. You then came with the solidarity program to catch those in the net who did not meet the criteria, Prime Minister, for the $20,000 tax return. And tax return, Prime Minister, if I can educate you, it doesn't carry a set fee. It is based on how much you have worked and how much taxes you have paid, Prime Minister. So don't talk it so. You know the world laugh after you when they hear talk about the one-off $20,000 tax give back. Now, in which country, Prime Minister, you know that happens? So everybody don't get the same amount in tax returns, Prime Minister. It's only under your government, you know. There's equality in tax return for the few who received it. For the few who received it. Doesn't matter how much you pay in tax. The Prime Minister said, we can only manage to give back $20,000. That's not tax return, Prime Minister. That's buying your way through something. Tax return is an annual thing. Annually. Last year, a 600 and 72 pound me get back. Yes. I didn't even know because they don't contact you. They just send it on you. Once the financial year ends, and HMRC calculate your tax, and if you overpay, Them send back the rest, come give you Prime Minister. Yeah, so we don't have a full out form to get back our tax return. The system does all that work for us. And if we're not entitled to tax return, the system don't make up an entitlement for us. You're just not entitled. No, Black Indian, over here, if you in the UK, you don't have to file for it. You have to file for it in America. The Andrew one, you have to file for it as well. But through one year, so HMRC do all of the heavy lifting. You just receive a check, or you receive the amount in your online HMRC account. But with Andrew could only stretch it to a limited amount of people. Tax return, Prime Minister, is a national policy. It goes for everybody in employment, Prime Minister.
Under what is called the reverse tax credit. We have reduced unemployment. We have reduced the national debt.
Right. I won't speak to you on the national debt. I'll speak to you on the reduction of employment, though. The figure is not accurate, Prime Minister. The figures you are giving the people is misleading, because 750,000 of working age Jamaicans were not taken into account in the research, in the survey, Prime Minister. So if you're not taking 750,000 people into the survey, if they're not taken into account, then the figure, Prime Minister, cannot be accurate. It's just simple. Even dunce like me, Prime Minister, who barely understand how to count past 10, would understand that if you left out 3/4 away a check, the final figure won't be an accurate one. If you fail to take into account 3/4 of the marble. So when you're done count and say, these are the marbles I have, you still never count 7 of the marble them. So the figure where I tell we say it's not accurate. I mean, and Vaz, Prime Minister, could have worked that out. You ask the mayor for Port Antonio, they could work, as difficult as it would have been for him. I trust and believe he would have landed if you give him the opportunity. So the figures is not right, Prime Minister. So no, you have not taken employment down to a record low. No, you have not. Because how to lie with statistic is your approach to the country. And that's why Professor Charles have to come out and debunk you on the crime number issues, Prime Minister, that you feel so confident and comfortable to lie about.
We have increased the reserves. And as you have said, my friend, we have cut absolute poverty in half. And we have
I'm not going to comment on the reserves. I don't understand those sides of economy. So it would be Colin Bell and Ronston Hyman, peace and meat that. You have cut poverty, you said? Is that what he said? He has cut poverty in half. Is that what he said? Is this the Prime Minister who, under his government, we are eating and buying fishtails? We're no longer able to afford chicken butt, and we are also struggling to keep up with the price of the chicken back. A tin mackerel and rice is not glory anymore, you know, Prime Minister, for poor people. It's really not glory anymore. When you say I could do a flash out, a pound of rice and a flash out. Prime Minister, these things are not luxury anymore, you know. I mean, these things are not luxury anymore. Where in Jamaica have you cut poverty in half? Because it's not down there. And up there is screaming of the high cost of living, Prime Minister. Then you see confusion. Confusion. Hmm? Am I wrong to be confused? Because, Prime Minister, for a nation who's struggling with high cost of living, the highest cost of living we've ever experienced, the highest cost of living we've ever experienced, Prime Minister. But you are claiming to cut poverty in half. You claim so you bring inflation under control. Are you Jamaicans at home experiencing that? That inflation is at a level stage now where the dollar can stretch a little further? Have you moved out of poverty under this government? What is your Sunday dinner like these days? You know, a lot of us Jamaicans used to having two meat on our plate on a Sunday. Can you do the two meat on a plate anymore? Hmm? Can you cook chicken and fish? Or can you cook beef and chicken? Or curry goat and French fried chicken? Can you do that, the average Jamaicans? Because that used to be a thing for Sunday dinner, isn't it? Curry goat, rice and peas, and French fried chicken, or stewed beef, and French fried chicken, or brown stew chicken and stewed beef. Can you do that? With a chicken foot and plastic, right? I do it now. Your government, though, has managed to build the economy top down. Lord Jesus, if I catch the mania with a fire stick, people like oldness, a fire stick you use beat them. Sir, if I catch you, the turn up, this is when you know this government, this anti-wholeness is very abusive. Very abusive. When anti-wholeness can turn up and tell hungry people about prosperity. When anti-wholeness can tell hungry people, wait, no man, wait, we'll soon get round to you. We know this is the way I fix the big part of the house. We're fixing the big part of the house. Oh no, we'll be in the little part of the house. Wait, no man, wait. Give it a little more chance, no? We soon get round. Oh no, not yes, so. Won't run, go.
Increase the minimum wage. All of these are incontrovertible, irrefutable, uncontestable facts.
Irrefutable, shootable. Big word dunce. Big word dunce. I mean, Prime Minister, the fact that the word prosperity is coming out of your mouth and you have no shame to speak it, given your dismal failure of the promise of prosperity, you piece of shit, you have no shame. You're a person of no shame, character, or integrity, Prime Minister. You see, just like how Anvas now have no wifely decorum, you have no public decorum, Prime Minister. Because people who have public decorum would never show themselves, their face in public and the wholeness. Not after how you've been viewed by the entire Jamaica. Labor rights.
On that space, no one can challenge us. And even some have chosen to ignore it.
You know, the worst part of what the Prime Minister is saying there is on his face. I don't believe a fuck what I'm telling you. You silly motherfuckers can choose to believe it. All I want is power. I will tell you any old cock a fart if you choose to believe it and give me the power. It is all I wanted, says the Prime Minister's faith.
But that's their choice. Hold on. Now, in the next phase of our government, what we are going to focus on now is to create what I am going to call your local.
Hey, come here, come see us. Your stomach strong. Your stomach high. Strong stomach, Prime Minister. High chest, Miss Daisy. In our next Warasa. In Lord Jesus, the night late in England, as soon 2 o'clock, Prime Minister can shout. In the next one, not even Miss Thomas Puss. Just no highlight. Turn your face around, Prime Minister. Look at the wall. Prime Minister, look at the wall. It's late night in the United Kingdom. I cannot shout. But look at the wall, Prime Minister, the writing. The writing is all over it. Turn around and look at the study wall. That's all I want to say to you on that. Turn around, look at the wall. The writing is there. Your labor right, I don't know if you'll be able to read it. Have mercy upon us, dear God. Demons have been unleashed on the people of Jamaica.
Economy. In the same way we fix the national economy, we are going to fix your local economy so that you can live, work, do your business, raise your family, and experience your own prosperity right here in your community.
The same community, Prime Minister, where we were told we would have been able to sleep with our windows and door open. It's the same communities, Prime Minister, in your last survey that is saying we don't feel safe at all under this government. Not 1 inch. And you're still coming back into the community until we say we're going to be able to live and work and prosper in a hit. Like our crime. Like our crime, are we afraid in our own community? I wonder what poverty is going to do to us. Because, you know, Prime Minister, anything that you promise, we end up with the reverse.
That is what we're going to do. That is what is called bringing the prosperity of the economy closer to you.
You see, the Prime Minister has just told us what doctor has been telling us for years. You're too far from your kitchen. And also then the doctor tell you when you suffer from malnutrition. What is it them say doctor normally tell you at Jamaica? When you suffer from malnutrition, you're far from your kitchen. Hey, Prime Minister. It's the same thing with us and your good economy and prosperity. Worlds apart, Prime Minister. And Prime Minister, there's a Nigerian Nollywood movie that is called Worlds Apart. And I really do think you should watch that Nollywood movie, Worlds Apart, Prime Minister. How the rich and high and mighty cheats the poor. Hmm? How the rich, the high and mighty cheats the poor. And I want to turn now to the debacle of Tufton, Andrew Holness, Donovan Williams, and the bully. The fist-wielding doctor. You know Audrey Sewell is a criminal, don't you? You know Audrey Sewell, the Prime Minister's permanent secretary, cabinet secretary. Audrey Sewell has high-level posts around the Prime Minister. Audrey Sewell is being lockjawed to the Prime Minister. And it is my view and my opinion that Audrey Sewell is as much a criminal and a crook as Andrew Holness. Because if Audrey Sewell has not got her hands in the cookie jar as well, I am quite sure that there are lots of occasions where Audrey Sewell, the cabinet secretary or the permanent secretary, would have seen Andrew Holness's hands in the cookie jar and have turned a blind eye to the Prime Minister's hands in the cookie jar. So wicked, evil Audrey Sewell is a monster, just like the Prime Minister. But when it comes to the evil Audrey, that evil Audrey warned Andrew Holness. He warned Dale Weber. Be careful, she says. Be careful of appointing Dr. Carl Bruce to that academic position as head of the university hospital. Be careful of what you're getting into with Carl Bruce. The same Dale Weber and Christopher Tufton gave the strength to Dustin Bryant. You remember Dustin? You remember Dustin, who swan off the other day after failing to provide us 8 or 9 appropriations account for the Ministry of Health. And Dustin said to us when she swanned it off, oh, my inability to submit appropriations was because, 1, people died from the department, people migrated, and people retired, said Dustin. Weber and Tufton gave the power to Dustin Bryant to appoint the demon Carl Bruce to the position. Look at where we are now and look at what we have now. Dr. Carl Bruce has become a butcher and a fist-wielding, arrogant narcissist within the university hospital. Nobody can carry out any disciplinary against him because he's so closely aligned to the Minister of Health. It is the reason why Carl Bruce could create medical tech or whatever the company name, hide it in Donovan Williams' name. And Andrew Holness, Christopherton, and Carl Bruce is robbing and raping the public purse. Labor rights. That is what the Prime Minister is asking us, to give him more power to come back and finish the loot. Now to the Prime Minister. We have given you 9 years. And if you have not stolen enough, and you want another 5 years, Prime Minister, to finish off your stealing, level off your stealing, Prime Minister, I'm not sure we will be able to assist you in committing more crime. Maybe we were blindfolded in 2016. Certainly, though, Prime Minister, 2020, we became an accomplice, an accessory, Prime Minister, to the crimes you committed against us. We don't know how you got it. Or we don't know if we honestly gave it to you, but we gave you more power in 2020. Thereby, we became a part of the problem, Prime Minister. Now that we are identifying it day by day, you're coming back with the same old story of prosperity. For more power. Who will be enriched out of this, Andrew Holness? You want more power. You're asking for more time to finish the whole heap of sinting, and finish sinting them, then possibly go tie on piece more ribbon on the unfinished sinting. The ribbon tying, ribbon cutting government. Let me make the youth remind you again, because me like when I approach you, Prime Minister. He approach you with a smile. I make you believe to say, him have a good story. I come tell you. But the writing upon the wall, the whole of it.
Hey, Mr. Andrew Unless, good morning. How you doing? So if you tell you honest truth though, the people in some if you tell us if you call election. The people in need if you call election. You understand what I say? Because some people sit down out there and say you can't lose and you not lose. Who want to prove them wrong, you know? Me say we have a piece of plan for you. You see that 10-point plan the way you tell we say you did have for we. Me never know a 10-point plan of it disrespect Africa, for America, and for sell out our country to China. I never know that was a 10-point plan they have. No for young people that never vote for you if you know a 10-point can, not a plan. You understand? Call election for me there, sir. Sir, me I beg you call election, but me prove you and your people them wrong. Say you can't win back the election here. Andrew, you can't go back up there, sir. You done come down already. That's why you're afraid for call election. You're afraid. Election, free. Get up, 6 o'clock. Call election.
Let me call you like London 45. Mr. Holiness, call the election, no, sir. You know, see, we finger chimble for dipping on the ink, sir. We finger just a waggle over the ink, so. Prime Minister. We finger just a chimble for dipping on the ink. Here is a lovely dear Prime Minister. If you think that this country believed you and is behind you, throw your hat in the ring, no, man. You know, here Currency and Morrison, the noisy bug of the Jamaica Labour Party, the bright noise. That's what we have to go call her now. The bright noise of the Jamaica Labour Party said, I feel like tell the Prime Minister, call it, Andrew, call it. Labour? Call it no. Wouldn't have to feel like tell Andrew call it. Tell him say call it Andrew because we can't lose it. I dare you, Prime Minister. As we would say in country, I would pay you and give you back change. Call the election no. You know, hear the youth say he want to prove you and your kete drum them wrong. Oh, oh, would you pass people yard today? I will hear people business. And we record little itch and patch. You mean so we never put this in the studio and we mind people business? So come on, Global TV, you know you mind people business. And when you say people business a road, if you take your car, come a yard. And that's a people business go. When you hold on there, the war, I get further. You know, the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. Yes, it is getting further, getting out of hand. I don't know what is going to become of Andrew Holness and his such a like and such a forth. Because you know we like Infomedia around here, don't you know that? Infomedia is one of the top JLP vloggers. And Infomedia, I see the guy as an honest person. I see Infomedia as a Jamaican, not as a Labourite. Because in this day and age, when you're a Labourite, truth doesn't reside anywhere near or close to you. But Infomedia, unlike any of the others in the Jamaica Labour Party, is not afraid, like myself, to hold them and throw them up against the wall or tell them the truth, or when they're a bunch of motherfuckers say so, you're a bunch of shit. He's not afraid to say that. And that's what makes it good listening to him. Because like the Ipan Cock Chopper John, he would not stop at anything to come out here and spew bullshit or Vegas with a dick down his throat. He would regularly come out here and gaggle, wouldn't you? But me pass people yard today, and me hear people business of mine, so me have me record one little itch and patch, but when we get the gist of the continuous ever brewing war in the Jamaica Labour Party, this sounds like a good brew of tea. Jamaica Labour Party, isn't it?
Party are tear down over there in Westmount, and the whole around us silent. Them a walk and a paint out the whole man billboard. I mean, you no come out because painting and do it a Labour right and do it, and that's just a fact truth. You not gonna like me for truth, but I care zero. Hey! Jam no silent. Them a walk and a paint out the whole man billboard. I mean, you no come out because painting and do it a Labour right and do it, and that's just a fact truth. You not gonna like me for truth, but I care zero.
Hold on there. A Labour right, a paint out Labour right billboard, you know. Don't bother things anything attack between Labour and PNPO is Labour versus Labour.
Right now, if you don't feel like in for a joke, or me a joke. Look now, if they don't see right now, get to see me.
Jamaica.
If you don't feel like a joke, now make tomorrow morning. If Delano Seabright is not the member of parliament of North Central St. Andrew, make tomorrow morning. We need to fall in line. We need to fall in line. Yeah. Delano Seabright not get to seat me a fall in line. If you don't feel like a joke, make tomorrow morning. If Delano Seabright is not the member of parliament of North Central St. Andrew, make tomorrow morning. We need to fall in line.
Jamaica. This is the battle of the Patses and the Lawners of the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. This is the battle of the Patses and the Lawners of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because, you know, the call girl for the Prime Minister, Dujan Dawes. Dujan Dawes, the call girl for the Jamaica Labour Party. I don't know how she has taken Infomedia recent meltdown, because the call girl for the Jamaica Labour Party is one of them that create this war, the war to do with Infomedia, because he and Infomedia used to have conversation. They used to have conversation. And then he said something to the call girl about, is it Crystal Lee or Crystal Chin, that PNP NP down there, I think in Moreland constituency or something like that? He know when the whole saga start, Dujan run around to the G6 and everybody and tell them, Crystal pay Infomedia to vlog for her. And Infomedia came to me and said, back off a Crystal a bit. You're a bit too harsh on her. And, you know, Goody with the two shoes, she went berserk. Crystal Lee, yes. Crystal Lee's the MP. No, Julia Chang. I think it's Julia Chang. Julia Chang, I think. Sorry about that, not Crystal. Julia Chang, isn't it? Julia Chang is a counselor. So him carried back to the G6 and, you know, Goody mouth. You know Goody mouth, and all hell broke loose. This has been going on from October, November of last year. Labor rights. Where is the love? You cannot fool us. If you cannot show love within your camp, member of the Jamaica Labour Party, do you think we should believe you that you love and care for us when you're all chopping off each other's neck over the pursuit of power? You're all eating each other in public, mind you, over the pursuit of power. Infomedia say, Bangarang and Met, if we don't give Delano the seat, leads us to ask the question, what mix-up and secret does Infomedia has to throw out against the Jamaica Labour Party and its leadership? It is going to go down, Jamaica. Let's stay around the Oscana. Shove out we head when we not hear the cloy, the fling in the backland, the stone them, a clap and everything. When we hear the flinging calm down, we push out we head around the corner and we peep. And when the flinging start again, we draw back round we head. We, as Jamaicans and as PNP, never kill cow. So we now gonna make blood spill pan with Prime Minister. The whole are not turn over there with it. Turn over there with the disgrace. Name off each other head. If we don't want acid pound of teeth to try up each other bone, bite out of the stolen money. You have all stolen enough from the country, Prime Minister. Anything you want, to further demolish on a free fall over the cliff, you know. I mean, you can't even hold on yourself back from going over the cliff. And we must give you power in this country one more time. See, after you take way out over the cliff, Prime Minister, you throw petrol power and try matches. I saw we fool. Now, we know say you're big, overgrown, and fool. But you know some we are dwarf, and you know with sense grow within with body size. We no grow out with sense them. We, Prime Minister, have not outgrown our senses. I don't know if the Prime Minister of Jamaica can say the same thing. Because if you never outgrown your senses, some of the big drop-ins of bullshit that you speak, Prime Minister, and expect a nation to run with it, to believe it, and to sup it up. We need to buy you a t-shirt and print on it for the election, Prime Minister. Big, good for nothing, fool is really what you are. And more, Prime Minister, particularly when you open your mouth, Prime Minister, the print is on your shirt. Big, good for nothing, fool. If wicked Argy Sewell could have warned you about Carl Bruce, but you all gave him the power to steal, the power to con, the power to abuse patients and staff, even when Carl Bruce anesthetists put you to death. Carl Bruce abused you by putting dead American bones. You think any other administration under the Jamaica Labour Party will be able to be as dangerous to the people of Jamaica as Andrew Holness is? I don't think so. Thank you very much. We've turned up late, but we'll come do a job. Hopefully Cliff Hughes doesn't write a story about it tomorrow that we turn up late, but we reach. Hopefully Cliff Hughes don't go around tomorrow writing a story. So we're late, but we reach. Make Insta on them.
9. We need to fall in line.
No, sir.
It's not Tam Tavares, Fin's son, get the seat in North Central St. Andrew. Watch what happen.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like info a joke, or me a joke. If Tam Tavares, Fin's son, get the seat in North Central St. Andrew, watch what happen. When the party are tear down over there in Westmoreland, and the whole around us silent.
Let me say this. Some people are saying that Info is stressed out. I don't think he's actually stressed out. I think, like most of us who are not supporters of Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party, he has had enough of the dismal lack of management or incompetency within Andrew Holness and Horace Chang's leadership. I think that is actually the problem. I think what Info wants to see is great leadership from Andrew Holness as they expected. A lot of them, when you say come out in a public, they are feeling the same thing Info is feeling. They are refusing to vent their anger though, or to publicly hold the Prime Minister and the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party accountable. For me, I think that's what the actual problem is.
Them a walk and a paint out the whole of man billboard and me no hear no come out because painting and do it a labor right and do it and that's just a fact truth. Uno not gonna like me for truth, but I care zero. But the party are tear down over there in Westmount and the whole of us silent. Eh? Them a walk and a paint out the whole of man billboard and me no hear no come out because painting and do it a labor right and do it and that's just a fact truth. Uno not gonna like me for truth, but I care zero. Be like info a joke or me a joke. If Tom Tavares Fin's son get the seat in North Central St. Andrew, watch what happen.
Andrew, me may help part, you know, me not tell no lie. Me may help part the fight. Me no know if me will make a lick in a private in a fight like a part and whop somebody. It's certainly the Prime Minister is going to go down. Me, I'm looking for it from nomination day onwards, Prime Minister. But all in all, it will be an exciting disgrace in the Jamaica Labour Party. Thank you very much for being here tonight. We turned up late, but you also turned up. Lovely to have your support, as always. Join us back tomorrow morning for your At a Glance program. And tomorrow we're going to come on a bit earlier tomorrow morning. We're going to do the 12 o'clock slot, which I think would be the 6 o'clock for you on the Eastern time, because I've got a medical appointment in the afternoon. So I will have to pull my show a bit earlier to get off to my appointment after that. Thank you very much. Good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see? They didn't sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see? They can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the price. Give a show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man, show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. me prophet man say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, bring him and throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Turn, oh what's a black, bring him and throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.